The hand together. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, so when we look at the Visuddhimagga, there are lots of information. So we just need to take whatever is useful for us because it's actually impossible to memorize everything, impossible to practice all. But what is suitable, we just take it, all right? So I will not go by paragraph by paragraph because it's actually too detailed on the concentration. Based on my notes, which I sent to you already. Okay, now I already discussed this point. Why do I put a sutta here? Because the important point is for us to know that we want it to know according to sutta, how do we get concentration? Means that five, you can see here. First, we need to reduce the five hindrances. That's the first key point. Then after that, reflect oneself, right? What is in himself? Then that's means that he contemplated nama rupa or their mind. Then pamoja, delight is born. Then joy, piti is born. Then the body is calm. Right. Now, pamoja and piti, are they same? In the five jhana factor, we have piti. We don't have pamoja. Pamoja is, we can take it may be quite same. Because here, to somebody who have pamoja, then the piti will appear. Right. So after piti, then you have pasambati, calm. Then you got sukha. So in five jhana factor, we have piti, we have sukha, right? Then we have the ekagata samadhi. So samadhi is the result of reducing the hindrances, abandon it, then with the piti and sukha and so on. So this is according to one sutta. So I put the sutta here because it's important for us to always follow the teaching of the Buddha. Visuddhimagga is a commentary, general commentary, right? So it gets the point from many sutta here and there, and it put in a systematic way with lots of category, and it has lots of Abhidhamma points. So sometimes you see it's actually like half of Abhidhamma. Right, so also this one, you have joy. Well, how do they contemplate this? He contemplate the Buddhanussati on the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Then he obtain the meaning. Right, so when you chant the Buddha quality, you also need to understand the meaning like Iti, So, Bhagawa, Arahan, Samma, Sambuddho. At least what is the meaning of Arahan? What's the meaning of Samma, Sambuddho? Fully enlightened one. Then he get joy. Then he got tranquility. And here actually you can see some other factors of enlightenment. For example, piti, and then the sukha, and then another one is tranquility is also factors of enlightenment, which I explain later. And then he have happiness, sukha, then concentration, right? So here in this way, he also developed the seven factors of enlightenment. Okay, now people always ask this question. So is the samadhi vipassana? Is it same with the samatha? Now, in Vipassana, what we have, we call it Kanika. With the Pali word Kana. Kana means moment, right? So Kanika means momentary, means moment to moment. So Vipassana, what we have, we call it moment to moment concentration. So it's called Kanika Sampai. This means that, for example, you know the abdomen rising body. Okay. Then after that, you know the breathing or abdomen rising body, then you got pain. So you change to the other object that's contemplate of pain. So you know the pain, until pain disappears. You'll see the anicca, impermanence. Then you go back to abdomen rising body. Then after that, when you had joy, you know the joy, then it disappears. So at every moment to moment, you have Kanika Samadhi. So what is the purpose here? Because we want it to suppress the five hindrances. So in a way, it's similar to this access concentration in okay? So we have samatha, we have two concentration, which I mentioned before. So the first one, you call it samatha. So it has two level of concentration. So the first one, we call it this one, access. Okay, second one is absorption. So access means upachara. So upachara is just before the jhana or after the jhana. Absorption means in the jhana. So this is called apana, right? So vipassana, because vipassana, since we have many objects, it cannot go deep jhana like absorption, but it's similar with the access concentration because it has the power to suppress or abandon the five hindrances. Okay, so this will answer the question. With samadhi in vipassana or samatha set. Okay. And what's the difference between piti and sukha? Piti normally you translate with the word joy. Sometimes new word lecture, right? Sukha is actually difficult to translate. Sometimes we have the word happiness. Sometimes we translate as peace, right? So the best way is using this simile. You find in this simile in the Visuddhimagga. It's a very good simile. So a man went to the desert. You know, desert is a very hot place. It's in the desert, it may be about 50 degrees. So it's very bare land with lots of sand. So up there, above the sun, it's very hot. Then on the feet, the sand also very hot. And then the atmosphere is very hot. So then he saw, from a very far place, he saw oasis. Oasis is a piece of a land with water. So he was very excited, very delighted. And at that time, we can say he had joy. So joy is kind of like bubbling feeling, right? So bubbling feeling. Then he went down, he drank the water to quench his thirst, calm down himself. Then at the time, he feel very calm and peaceful. So at the time, so compared to piti and sukha, piti is much more quite excited feeling. Then sukha is kind of like very peaceful feeling. So if you see, for example, you sit down you sit down and you contemplate your meditation object, like you contemplate Buddha Nusati, then you feel very very joyful because you think about the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So at the time, your mind is very joyful. Then when your joy is very strong, it becomes very peaceful. So you sit down, you contemplate the Buddha's statue, look at it, then you feel very calm. And this sukha can let you sit very comfortably for maybe 1 hour, 2 hours. Okay, so this is the difference between piti and sukha. Now the Bali word is this one is ekagata, means normally we translate as one-pointedness, right? Now what I describe now is all the jhana factors, right? You have this one. Now one-pointedness, it just means that focus on the object. Simply you call it focus on the object without scattering or distraction, right? So all these are jhana factors. So piti is a excited emotion, belong to the Sankara Khanda. Sukha is a feeling, belong to the Vedana Khanda. So sukha is a very peaceful feeling. Okay. So, all right. So what so far we described as different jhana factors. Jhana factors is important because if we call it, if you want to develop deep concentration, at least you must know what is vitaka, what is vichara, what is piti. This one I already put on the earlier, first during the I think first page, right? You see this. What is vitaka, vichara, what is piti, what is sukha, ekagata, right? So vitaka is just we translate as initial application, applied thought in general sense. So you put the mind on the object. For example, if you sit down, you know the breathing. So there must be kind of like what Chetasika that lead your mind to the object. It's literally just that put the mind on the object. So this vitaka. So after that, you put that mind on object. Yes, you need vichara. It keep the mind there for some time. So vitaka and vichara, most of the time they happen together. Then like just now, joy is rapture. So it makes the mind and body refreshing. So you feel, let's say, for example, you feel very tired. Then maybe a worry thought, oh, I'm going to eat ice cream. Then you have joy. Okay, then you find yourself very happy, excited. So piti is kind of like give you some energy. Or like just now, you sit down, you think about the Buddha's quality, and then you feel happy, you feel joyful. So you got the piti. So sukha is like just now say, it's kind of feeling. So happiness, bliss, peace, and calm. So ekagata, one pointedness. All right, so I hope you're all clear about this. So this is important if you want to know exactly how to practice concentration. Because if you don't get this right, then you will always have questions about what is actually jhana. Any question on this before I continue? Okay, right. So if no question, I will just continue some. I hope you're clear. Okay, now I already discussed some already, and I already discussed sutta and the discussion here, and it's good to know. Now, for samadhi and other factors. Now, the purpose of having the concentration is to get enlightenment. So we need to develop the seven bojjhanga factors. Now, bojjhanga literally we translate as a factor of enlightenment, right? So if you want to learn the Pali, uh, so it's a body means enlightened, anga means factors, okay? So literally we call it factors of enlightenment. So you can see, even though you want to practice to get good concentration, you have to start from very beginning. Sati, mindfulness, right? Mindfulness means if you want to get concentration on the object, first your mindfulness must be there on the object. So if you are noting the breathing, so the mindfulness must be there. You want to know not the abdomen rising, falling, the mindfulness must be there. You want to observe the feeling, observe the different types of emotion or mind, the mindfulness must be there. So after that, then you need to investigate the Dhamma. So we call it Dhamma Vijaya. It's like try to see what is a Namarupa, try to see Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta, and so on, right? So after that, you need to have really effort. Then with these three, so actually when we study the Bojjhanga factor, we can see cause and effect. You can say with the mindfulness, Dhamma Vijaya, and effort. So these three are the cause. Then the 4, 5, 6, 7 are the effect. Right? So literally you can just kind of like break here. So the up there is a cause here, and down there is the effect. So you got joy, like we say, joy is interested in the object. So how you get joy? So when you see, like for example, you're not breathing, you have to follow it until your mind is interested in the breathing. Then you got joy. Or because of good mindfulness, you had joy. Then because of joy, your body, like just I mentioned, your body become tranquility. When your body tranquil, your mind also had joyful, then this lead to samadhi. So you can say samadhi is the result of piti and passaddhi. Then after that, when your samadhi is good, then upekkha means upekkha to all the formation, right? Because you can see everything anicca, dukkha, anatta, you start to let go, right? So to get to concentration level, you need to develop so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yeah. Right. So this is just a short introduction because later I think we will come back. Now, the whole book in Visuddhimagga is from from the so there's a lot of like this we say like 21, what is the first, what is the second, what is the third. And then there's a lot of first and second, what is third, and so on. So if you're going to read like that, it's very confusing. So I just make a very short notes. For those who learn this class 2 years ago, it's kind of revision for you all. Okay. So I also mentioned previously in the previous class. So we need to know there are two ways of method. First is Sutanta. Sutanta, there's only first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana. Because in the Sutanta, they never mention the fifth jhana. But in Abhidhamma, because Abhidhamma is more systematic and more detailed, there are 5 jhana factors. The reason there are 5 jhana factors because there are 5 there are 5 jhana. Why there are 5 level jhana? Because there are 5 jhana factors. So there are Vitakka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, and Ekagata. So the practice here is somebody try to get from first jhana, then subsequently go to second jhana, go to third jhana, fourth jhana, fifth jhana. And why do they want to go to fifth jhana? Because the fifth jhana is the best. It's the best because it's the place that they can practice for psychic power, or from here they can go for arupa jhana, very deep, more deeper jhana. So that's the purpose of all these charts, is for you to understand that different jhana factors. So first jhana got Vitakka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagata. So Ekagata, it literally is a samadhi here. But before you get the samadhi, ekagata, you need to have Vitakka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, right? So this thing is literally, according to Abhidhamma, we can call this a sa-pitika, with joy, because there's a piti here. And this is called, this is more on Abhidhamma facts. So it's actually, for meditation, you don't need to know all these technical terms or Pali terms here. So anyway, sa-vitakka, sa-vichara means with the vitakka, with the vichara. So because the first jhana has sa-vitakka, sa-vichara means with the vitakka, tick here, and then with the vichara. So second jhana is without the vitakka. So you got vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata. So this one we call avitakka. Avitakka means without the vitakka, and then with the vichara mata. Mata means only, right? So I don't write the English here, so as you listen, you can write yourself. Avitakka means without the vitakka. Vichara mata means with the vichara only. So how do they get this? So basically, after they've practiced the first jhana, so they decided to go to second jhana. So they come out from the first jhana and they make determination to get rid of the vitakka. How they get rid of vitakka? Because they're already very skillful to put the mind on the object. So they don't need the vitakka since they know how to put the mind on the object. So they made a wish that they want to go to second jhana. So they get rid of the first vitakka and then go for second jhana. Like this the method. So after that, they go for third jhana. So they get rid of vitakka and vichara. Because they also need to think that, oh, vitakka and vichara, these two are very kind of like excitement. You need to put the mind, you need to keep the mind. You need to put the mind and you need to keep the mind. So it's too much job, right? So might as well just get rid of vitakka, vichara, then you go for piti, sukha, ekagata, right? Then from here, they find that, oh, piti is also kind of like emotion, like we mentioned just now. So why you want piti is disturbing. So they get rid of piti, then they go for sukha, which is a very calm and peaceful. So after they go for sukha, then they decided sukha is also kind of like a good feeling. So it's also, there might be attachment there. So might as well get rid of sukha. So they just go for, since there's no sukha, the feeling is just a neutral feeling, only with the ekagata, right? So here will be without the piti, so nipitika, without the joy. So here will be all avitaka, vichara, without the vitaka and without vichara. And then there are some technical terms like connected with piti, and then connected with joy, connected with upeka, right? So this part is on the right side, all this column is more on abhidhamma. So not necessary for meditation. Okay. So by Sutanta method, first and jhana, without first and second jhana are with joy, but abhidhamma, 1, 2, 3 are with joy. So. method here. So 1 and 4th and 5th. Okay. This one I mentioned just now. Okay, so I think I can skip these because all these are not important. Now, important for practice is, okay, how will the concentration reduce? Because when somebody pay attention to kama raga, sensual desire. So if somebody like the mind, what is sensual desire? Sensual desire, in fact, is like your mind is keep going out. Let's say instead of keeping the mind on the meditation object, so either you're not the breathing or you're not the namarupa, so your mind is going out all the time to the sense base. Like you are interested, or you hear the sound, sweet sound, you see the good side, you watch the TV, you're thinking about you're going for holiday, and then you want to eat this one, and then you want to turn on the aircon to enjoy the cold feeling. So your mind going out, right? So when your mind going out, so the result will be your concentration reduce. Okay. So this one. So stagnation means that your concentration will not improve because the mindfulness is there also not improving. So how you get more upper distinction means progress. So when you get rid of vitaka, so this is a without initial application, get rid of vitaka. All right. And how you get penetration means that when you have dispassion and fading away of all the sense, desire, lust, and so on. So your mind gradually can be able to go for more deeper jhana and more pasana. Okay. So all these are just how we're going to improve by knowing that we should avoid the sense desire, we should improve the mindfulness, and we should get rid of vitaka, initial application, right? And then we should have dispassion. So that's how to get improved. Okay, and this one I already mentioned previously. So nowadays people have different types of practice. Sometimes we have dukkha or sukha. I think most people nowadays have dukkha. So you find that it's not easy. The moment you sit down, you face a lot of problem, wandering mind, your body pain, your spine problem, your back pain, your back ache. So most people are doing the dukkha patipata, right? And most people, they find danda abhinya, okay? The result is not fast, but it's slow. So of course, the best will be sukha patipata, kippa abhinya. Easy progress and quick attainment, like Moggallana, right? All these are like Bakula, all these are very good disciples who have good parami, so they get very fast result. So patipata means for preliminary to access concentration. Abhinya means from the access concentration to absorption, right? So the main reason of what it is because somebody have defilements. So then because of their mind is overcome by lust, big defilements, so then they have the dukkha patipata. Okay. So if they have less defilement, they have a good samatha to reduce the hindrances, then they get sukha patipata, good progress, happy progress. So if their mind have a lot of ignorance, doubt faculties, then they have a slow progress. So if they are not overcome by ignorance, they have given sharp faculties, then they also due to their vipassana practice, then they have a quick progress. Okay, so basically you need samatha and you need vipassana to have happy progress, sukha, and to have fast progress, kippa. All right, so we need samatha and vipassana with less defilements and sharp faculties. All right, any question up to here?
Sayaji,
Yes, Sister Wong.
sorry, can you please increase your volume a bit?
Okay.
Thank you.
I think my mic is don't know why not working today. The rest can you hear me?
I think the others should be okay.
Oh,
Only
okay,
for
okay.
me.
Can Saiji, can?
Okay. I think the other mic is not working. Okay. Is it clear now?
Actually, it's the same, but it's okay, Sayaji. I listen to recording later.
Oh, okay.
Because for others, I think okay for them.
Okay. Okay, now just now we say about we need to have a skin faculties, all right? Skin faculties. So what is skin faculties here? So in any of the samatha or vipassana, we have 5. Sada, Viriya, Sati, Samadhi, Panya. All right? So, okay, now I ask the young one. Okay, Neo Elaine, right? Do you know what is Sada?
Sada, desire, the desire to the 5 senses.
No. This is a good one. This one is a
Oh. Then desire to for Dharma, for the
no.
truth.
Yeah, okay. Faith, confidence. Okay. All right. Okay, next person. How about Viriya, Sister Kaho?
Virya is effort, Saji.
Okay, effort or energy, right?
Energy, yes.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, now what is Sati? Okay, next person. Elaine, Sati.
Sati, concentration.
No, concentration is Samadhi here. So Sati is mindfulness.
Mindfulness,
Okay, right. Now this is a concentration.
concentration, wisdom,
Right. Okay, yes, good. Now you get it. Okay, wisdom or knowledge. Okay, so we need to have these 5 faculties to reduce or suppress the 5 hindrances. All right. Now, each hindrances here have their antidote. Right? For example, you have ill-will. How do you tackle ill-will? So you use loving kindness, metta, to reduce the ill-will here. Now, if you are sloth topper, what is sloth follower? Sloth follower means you feel sleepy. Okay? Sometimes you can use mindfulness. So when you feel sleepy, so one way is maybe you are not interested in the object. So you should try to put the mindfulness again on the object, right? Or you can increase your effort. So it will reduce the sloth and torpor. Okay. Now, restless and worry. So number 4. So you need to have joy or samadhi, right? So restless and worry means your mind disperse. So instead of concentrate on the meditation object, your mind go here, go there, thinking about, maybe I forget to do this, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I have not done this. So you need some joy to settle the mind here, or samadhi to have the mind here. And finally, doubts. Doubts will be doubts about the Buddha, the Dhamma, Sangha. So you need to have knowledge. So you need to approach the teacher to ask. Then the teacher will help you to reduce the doubts. Or you practice meditation until you can reduce the doubt. Okay. So this is some answer. So we can look at the other answer. So faith, confidence, sada, indriya. Primarily is overcome doubts. So because when you have doubts, you cannot practice. So you need to have conviction in the practice, in the Buddha's teaching. So 5 faculties can overcome 5 hindrances. Because why do we need 5 faculties? Because you want to have this kipabinya means quick attainment, right? You want to have quick attainment, you need to improve on your 5 faculties. That means that you need to reduce the 5 hindrances. So effort with energy overcomes sloth and torpor. So that is why when you are doing sitting meditation, you feel so sleepy. So you just go and do walking meditation. Walking meditation, right? So by walking, by standing, meditation. So when you walk, you feel more energetic, right? So don't just sit, just walk. Sometimes when you wake up in the morning, you feel very sleepy. So might as well you do walking, right? So you will overcome sloth and torpor and produce necessary motivation persistence. Now, faith help to overcome all hindrances. Yes, because sometimes, how is it this mindfulness help to overcome all hindrances? Because when you had doubts, you can use mindfulness, label the doubts. Okay, you just not doubt. So when you have sloth and torpor, even you can use the mindfulness label of sleepy mind, sleep mind. So when you have ill will, you use the mindfulness to label ill will. So when you have sensual desire, use the mindfulness to label sensual desire. So once your mind be able to identify the 5 hindrances, actually at that time, your mind is free from the 5 hindrances. Okay. And also is important because when our mind dragged away by the good sight, good sound, good smell, so this sensual desire, so mindfulness bring it back again. Okay. So samadhi overcome restless and worry and develop the one-pointedness. And wisdom overcomes the ignorance, helps to understand the nature of hindrances. Right? So these faculties need to work in balance. Too much faith need to balance with wisdom. And then too much energy need to balance with concentration. Okay? So this part, and then right now we already know the theory. We already know the jhana. We already know there are 5 jhana. Okay, and then we already know that we need to have faculties. We need to reduce the hindrances. Now, how should we start? How should we start? All right. So according to Visuddhimagga on the paragraph 28, so this is how we start. So Chai-Ho, you can read 28.
But mundane concentration should be developed by one who has taken his stand on virtue that is quite purified in the way already stated. He should sever any of the 10 impediments that he may have. He should then approach the good friend, the giver of a meditation subject, and he should apprehend from among the 40 meditation subjects one that suits his own temperament. After that, he should avoid a monastery unfavorable to the development of concentration and to live in one that is favorable. Then he should sever the lesser impediments and not overlook any of the directions for development. This is in brief.
Thank you. So you can see in Visuddhimagga, chapter 1, purify his virtue, morality. That's the first step. Then severe the 10 impediment, chapter 3. Approach a good friend, somebody who gives the meditation subject. Subject means meditation object same. Choose of the 40 types of meditation, means chapter 4 to 11. Go to live a favorable place and severe the lesser impediment. Now, so the first one, as said here, is after he stand on sila, virtue, so he should severe means cut off the 10 impediment. Right? So what are these 10? Okay, somebody read. Okay, Sister Go, you can read.
Yeah. Firstly, it was said above, he should sever any of the 10 impediments that he may have. Number 1, dwelling, occupied with it due to many belongings and matters concerning it. Number 2, family, relatives, supporters, close association with them, which disturbs Dharma practice. Number 3, gain. Gain is receiving abundant 4 requisites, which let one has no time to practice. Number 4, class or teaching, busy with teaching that he has no time to practice. Number 5, karma or navakarma, building or new building, try to finish, if not handle to someone capable to supervise. Number 6, travel, try to finish all traveling and settle the mind. Number 7, kin, teacher, preceptor, co-resident, pupil, and etc., parents and sisters by curing them with nursing. Number 8, affliction or sickness by treatment. If it does not disappear, one should not contemplate it, or one should contemplate it. Number 9, books, equivalent to responsibility for scriptures, busy with recitation and study. Number 10, supernormal powers are an impediment that should be severed by one who seeks insight.
Okay, thank you, Sister Go. All right, so here is from the, I put a paragraph here. So if you want to read in detail, you can read. It's a very easy English, can read yourself. So paragraph 30, 35, 44, 45, 46, 50, 51, 56. Okay, so this actually, they say is much more for ascetic or for monks or nun, because they need to live in dwelling and then make sure not occupied with too many things about it, right? And family, all right, including the supporters. Gain means receiving too much. Teaching, okay, so busy with teaching. So this word Nawakama, every time you heard about for monks and what is Nawakama? Nawakama means building project, right? Sometimes instead of taking or offer the money, so we say offer the monks and then Nawakama. So Nawakama means they need the money to build the project, the building and so on. Okay. So if cannot finish, then pass to somebody. Travel. Right? So if, for example, if you go traveling, of course, your mind cannot settle down. So finish all the traveling, then your mind can settle down. Then if you need to take care of parents, of course, yeah. This is more for ascetic. So they have a teacher, preceptor, and so on. So try to cure them. And if somebody is sick or yourself is sick, yes, you have treatment. But if the treatment does not help, so then you still sick, then it does not disappear the sickness, then we should use it as vipassana practice, should contemplate it. So books is also an impediment, means that busy studying non-stop and so on. Like me, I finished my study happily. Okay, and supernormal power, because somebody who has supernormal power, they might busy display it or have attachment to it, right? So they should cut it off. Okay, so these are 10 big ones, called the 10 major impediment. So they should reduce it. Okay. Now, next person. Okay, we invite the new student. MYT, yes. 57.
Approach the good friends, the giver of a meditation subject. Meditation subjects are of two kinds. There is generally useful meditation subjects and special meditation subjects. Herein, loving kindness towards the community of bhikkhu, etc., and also mindfulness of death are what are called generally useful meditation subjects. Some say perception of foulness too. Buddha Nusati, Metta Asubha Marana Nusati.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Now, approach the good friend. Good friend means I think the Pali should be Kalyana Mitta. Now, good friend is even like Buddha can say as a good friend, because it's somebody who give you the meditation subject. Now, the Pali word meditation subject is the coming from this word, kama thana. Should be a dot dot. Okay, so this kama thana, so they translate as meditation subject, but actually it can be translated as a meditation object also. Okay? It's a like reading meditation, and here will be there are two types here. The first one is called general meditation. Second one is special. All right. So later we'll explain here. Now, what is general? General means we can use it by anybody, right? Anybody, regardless of time, regardless of place. So like Buddhanusati, so you can, whether you are like, if you got time, you'll talk about the charita, different type of charita. So anybody can contemplate the Buddha quality. So if you contemplate Buddha quality, you also contemplate the Dhamma and Sangha together also. So this is a general one, useful one. Because all this will increase your faith, so confidence. So metta will be on also general, because you can radiate anytime, any place, very easy. Asubha is 32 body parts, or when you go to the toilet, you have a urine feces, you also can contemplate it. And Marananusati means that the contemplation on death. So all these are general one. Okay. So another one is special one. Okay, so anyway, we read 59 first. Next person. Jane. Jane in Singapore.
Yes. So these are called generally useful and they are called meditation subjects since they are needed generally and desirable owing to their great helpfulness and since they are subjects for the meditation's work intended.
Okay, you can continue, 16.
What is called a special meditation subject is that one from among the 40 meditation subjects that is suitable for a man's own temperament. It is special parihariya because he must carry it, pariharita vata, constantly about with him, and because it is the proximate cause for each higher stage of development.
Okay, thank you. All right. So now for those who are doing assignment, later another assignment will talk about you all need to write about different types of meditation and which one is suitable for you all. Okay, so you better pay attention. All right. Now, okay. So the first one is called generally useful. Okay, because very helpful and needed generally. Now the second one is a special. So because out of 40 samatha practice, samatha has 40 types. Vipassana is about 16, all right? So you need to choose one suitable for your own temperament. Temperament means your inherent behavior, inherent tendency, so we call it temperament. So this is a special one, which we will choose later for some of you. Okay, so we already finished this. You need to approach a good friend in order to get some meditation object, subject, like either Buddhanusati, but Buddhanusati is a general, anybody can practice that. Either you want to practice kasina or breathing or other types of meditation. Okay, so you need to get a meditation object from your good friend. Now, okay, 61. Okay. Lee Kuan Yew. Lee Kuan Yew. 61. Okay, I think she's not on. Okay, then Lim Shu Hua. Yes, you can read 61.
Good evening, Saji.
Yes.
Okay, the good friend is one who possesses such special qualities as this. He is revered and dearly loved, and one who speaks and suffers speech. The speech he utters is profound. He does not urge with a reason, and so on. He is wholly solicitous of welfare and partial to progress.
Okay, I just ask you, what do you think is this meaning? Suffer speech. Do you answer about this one?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, deliberate means paying respect by people, loved by people. He suffers speech. This is actually from Bali. Okay, so speech is speech, suffers speech. I think the meaning is he bear the. Either can say he bear the bad speech, or he be able to give some good advice, maybe more in the sense of giving advice. Okay. Anyway, the speech he say is profound, and then he have welfare, and then also welfare for the students and disciples and so on. Okay, now who should be the good friend here? All right, so we can read 64. Michael, brother Michael, 64.
The teacher should be Buddha, 80 great disciple and Arahant, non-returner, a once-returner, a stream enterer, an ordinary man who has obtained jhana, or one who knows 3 Pitakas, one who knows 2 Pitakas, one who knows 1 Pitakas in descending order accordingly as available. If not even one who knows 1 Pitaka is available, then it should be taken from one who is familiar with one collection together with his commentary, and one who is himself convinced. For a teacher such as this, who knows the text, guard the heritage, and protect the tradition, will follow the teacher's opinion rather than his own.
Okay, so now we don't have the Buddha, because Buddha already no more. We also don't have the 80 disciples like the Sariputta. And yeah, but sometimes we do have Arahant, so you need to find who is Arahant. And Anagami is sometimes possible, still possible to have Arahant, Anagami. But according to some teachers say maybe now we cannot get Arahant, we only can get Anagami. That's our opinion. But stream enterer is possible. Okay. And this from here onward. So Tipitaka, we have 3 Tipitaka. So if no Tipitaka, somebody who know 2 Tipitaka or 1 Tipitaka. You know, one fraction here means Nikaya. So we have 5 Nikaya. Okay, Nikaya. So instead of 5 Nikaya, maybe 1 Nikaya also can. Right? So he must have consciousness, conscientious. He know the text. He protect the tradition. Means that he follow the teacher's advice, not just give his own advice. Okay, I think we stop here for a while.